The people as a collective, the masses, the majority, if they have ultimately spoken with their wallets, then they're not wrong, because they're saying we're okay with this. This is what we want. They may not be saying this is what we want. Like if you were to ask them more, more intrusively, like, is this really what you want? It's like, well, actually, I would prefer it to be this way, but you're paying for it. Like, well, yeah. Okay, then. I hate to sound defeatist, and it's not fun. The Black Ops 1 and 2 ports, bare bones ports, no upgrades whatsoever. What good does it do in a world where they just recorded like 7 million plus players in the US alone? How do you fight that? And the argument is it's like, yeah, you fight it by closing your wallets. You can close your wallet. I can close my wallet. What about the 7 million people who didn't? Like, it's like, what's wrong with you people? You're all okay with this? And they're just, it's like, you ever see the meme where it's like the group of stick figures all huddled around being excited about something, and there's like the one stick figure like screaming over, they're like, hey, stop that. And they're like, cool, bro, anyway.
So, ladies and gentlemen, following the previous video that I've made, yes, I will be moving on from this topic, but I just want to keep you in the loop. Here's what's going on. So essentially, I have done my research, and it's all about scarcity, or should I say, artificial scarcity. So here's what's happening. I'm gonna make this very, very quick as well. But here's what's happening. Let's say Resident Evil 9 Requiem, which came out most recently. I myself couldn't find not one store that had the physical disc, the physical copy. Not my Walmart. They don't take new games in general, as it is. Strange enough as it is. Best Buy, no. All I saw was Chronos, which I picked up most recently, and then the Silent Hill games, and then the Sonic Generations. You can find Sonic Generations easier than these most recent games that came out. And Sony put out this, or rather it was, I think it wasn't Sony. It was an analyst that came out. Another one that said only 7 games were sold, that were sold in the US. Only 7, those type of games sold well over 100,000 copies. Wanna know why they only sold 100,000 copies? As popular as these games are, you had millions of players on Steam alone playing Requiem. You would think that the physical copies would follow suit as well. Here's what I mean, and this is not a theory, and I said this in the previous video, I believe, is that they are artificially saying that there's limited copies or there's limited printing ability. A multi-trillion-dollar company can't print out physical games and push them out for Walmart and Best Buy and GameStop to sell them. Ridiculous. But anyway, it's all about artificial scarcity, right? Artificial scarcity. So they don't want to do the hard work of printing the game on the disc and letting you do whatever it is you want to do. These analysts, let me tell you, when you control the numbers, you can just literally lie to people whenever you want. And these 7 games is as if that the US is the only country in the entire world. They forget that half of Nintendo's fan base is physical collectors, half of them in Japan, and maybe some of that includes the US and whatnot. But I could have sworn there are more countries in the world, 130 countries don't have PSN, so you won't be able to buy anything on the PSN store because it's not available in that region. So your only option is to get physical games, right? Now on to GTA 6. With this dynamic pricing being rolled out, it's going to be 350 pesos or 460 pesos, depending on whatever edition of the game. And just like I said in the previous video, I have been spot on most recently. Just like I said in the previous video, you want to download a 200 gigabyte game, good luck. Good luck. What? You have Starlink? That's still going to take all day. That's still going to take all day. It's not gigabyte speed. Not that I've seen. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure it's not shaking. Okay. Not that I've seen. There is no gigabyte plan for Starlink. Not at all. So, they're going to skew the numbers. They're going to push these things out, try to make physical buyers look bad, in which you limited the amount of copies that can be sold. And they're always sold out. Always. It's easy to find Resident Evil 4, which came out, what is it? It was last year? How is it easier to find these other games that came out last year than the most recent one? Pragmata had well enough games on physical. Like I said, I can go to Best Buy right now and pick it up for either system, right? And I came out this year. I'm not taking these excuses. I'm not taking these excuses. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications.